be looking up on as gold, man. They're gonna be desired above gold, man. Okay, they're gonna be desired above gold, man. Okay, that's why it says a man shall be more precious than gold, because they're gonna have. You're talking about power. Oh, Esau's got petty power, man. Esau's got a power to be a manager in office and yo do this, do that, and yeah, you're gonna see them women. You're gonna be, oh shit, that's attractive. But see what the Most High is gonna give us? He's gonna give us spiritual power, man. It's gonna be like superheroes out here. Telling me you seen them movies, man? Them dudes were famous, man. Okay, that's power. That's the power that the Most High is gonna give us. But we gotta have the patience, and we got the patience by way of knowing that our enemies are gonna be judged by the judgment written about within the scriptures. Okay, and now we gotta wait upon that day, man. Okay, this is back in the book of Revelations, the 18th chapter. It says. And the 3rd verse, it says, all the nations have drank of the wine of her wrath of her fornications, and the earth, the kings of the earth have committed fornications with it. So they go into the doctrine and the way of doing things. You're talking about the global reserve currencies. You're talking about the economic banking system. That's all them taking on the traditions of Esau. Okay? That's all them taking on the traditions of Babylon, because in taking and in commercing, okay, with the Babylonians, well, you're gonna have to learn and speak how the Babylonians speak for you to interact with them on a business level. Okay, so once the business meeting is done and you've sold, X amount of liters of oil, okay, from Saudi Arabia out there into America, well, guess what? They're gonna have to most of the time they're gonna go out there for a meal. So you're gonna have to eat where Esau likes to eat. You're gonna have to speak the way Esau likes to speak, because he's gonna be taking you out there into his places, man. Especially if it's a business deal that takes place out there within the United States. So the nations naturally, by way of them chasing that money, that dollar, okay, those Federal Reserve notes, okay, which is no money anyway, by way of that commerce, by way of that financial system, the way it's been set up, you got to where them people would become what? They become more Babylonianized. Okay, another way they do it is the TV. Okay, you can make a lot of money from appearing on the TV, so they do the movies, but really to make it out there, you're gonna make it out there within Hollywood. Okay, so once you make it out there in Hollywood, guess what? You're gonna be doing all kind of freaky things, man. Right, so the nations become what? They become mad. They become more Babylonian. Okay, so it says, hey, and I heard a voice from heaven saying, come out of my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin and receive not of her plague. So that's why the scripture says in Micah 2:10, arise ye, depart, because it is not your rest. Okay, arise ye, depart, because it is not your rest, because it is polluted. Why? You got all of them wickedness, all of them wicked ideas, man. Okay, all right, YOLO, you only live once. When did the scripture say that? Okay, those are the ideas, right? The philosophies that Esau, right, has perpetuated through. That's why you got these nations going crazy out here, man. That's why you got Jake going absolutely crazy out here, man. Why? Because they're living under the vibration of our enemies. And therefore, living underneath the vibration of our enemies, they must depart from the vibration of our enemies to be truly set free from the bonds of servitude, man. Okay? Let's go back onto the scriptures here within the book of Revelations, the 18th chapter on the 5th verse. It says, and since they've reached unto heaven, right, the Most High remembered her iniquity, right, reward her even as she had rewarded you, double unto her according to her works in the cup which she hath filled. So that's what's going to come upon her. We're going to reward unto Esau a double portion of the judgment that she's put upon us, man. So you're going to be catching hell, man. You Edomites are going to be catching all kind of hell, man. Okay, in the kingdom of the Most, so you're going to be catching hell. That's why that pride gets up in them, because they know the scriptures. They don't understand them on a spiritual basis. That's why they think that they could swerve the prophecies, all right, and take us back into a time of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter on the 49th verse. But see, the Most High's got that breath already out there, man. You got that breath being pushed forth out there. The doctrine is being pushed forth out there in its purity. And you got it to where people are going to rise up, learn the scriptures, and ultimately the Most High is going to redeem his people from among men. Why? Because that's how he set it up, man. So you ain't going to be able to create a new path where you're going to serve this truth from coming out, man. You ain't going to be able to create that new path, man. Okay? So let's get back onto this book of Revelations, the 18th chapter. Okay? Reward her even as she has rewarded you, double unto her according to her works in the cup which she hath filled. So much she hath glorified herself and lived in deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith, I said, queen, I am no widow. And why does she say? Why does America say she is the queen and no widow? Because she ain't suffered no major war out here. Okay, you haven't had it to where no major war is taking place out there in the United States. But see, that major war is coming, man. That major war is coming, man. Okay, And it's going to take a lot of people. He's going to catch a lot of people by surprise. That's why when we go back out there into the book of Obadiah, rather more into the book of Malachi, it's going to say it's going to come as a thief in the night, man. Okay? It's going to come as a thief in the night because they're thinking, look, we got the greatest military in the world. Who's going to take us down? That's what he said. That's what we saw in the book of Obadiah around about the 3rd verse, man. Okay, let's say in his heart, who shall take me down? But see, you haven't factored in the fact that you put all of these people, the group of the people of the Most High, in all kind of captivity, and the Lord saw that, and the Lord's going to attribute that judgment upon you, man. Okay, that's what you haven't thought about, and really, that's you haven't thought about that because, like he says in the book of Obadiah, he says, "I am God." Ain't nothing else going on out here. You see, that's what power does to a person, man. That's why they think that they can, through their pride. That's why they think that they can stop this world from going out forth. Through their pride, that's why they think they can set up a so-called New World Order, man. Okay? So let's go back onto Revelations, the 18th chapter. So I'm gonna go to the point now. More, it's the next verse anyway. So it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, famine, okay? And she shall utterly be burnt with fire. That's the same fire I was reading about within the book of Job, the 20th chapter, around about the 25th verse. And it says, shall utterly be burnt up with fire, for strong is the Lord that judgeth her, and the kings of the earth who commit fornication and live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her, and shall say, it shall see the smoke of her burning. So that's why I brought that scripture out, because the scripture says how that the sky is going to manifest the wickedness of Esau, or the nations, they're going to see the smoke of America burning, because why? You're going to have an ash cloud going out there, what's known as a nuclear winter. Okay, you're going to have that out there, so they're going to see the judgment of America. Okay, the judgment of Babylon. Okay, they're going to see that. All right, so back out there within the book of Malachi, the 4th chapter. Okay, it says, behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. And it says, let's read it again. I lost, getting tongue twisted out here. Okay, it says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And it says, and the day shall come, I shall burn them up. Okay, so all that do proudly and all that do wickedly, who's that principle talking about? That's about Esau. That's the principal wicked person. That's the principal proud man. Okay, the scripture says how his pride deceives him. Okay, so he thinks through his pride he can continue going on doing wickedly. That's what Esau thinks. But the scripture says, look, that ain't gonna happen, right? This is what's gonna happen. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So you ain't gonna. So what's that ultimately talking about? When we go back onto the book of Obadiah right here. Okay, give me a second. All right, let's go back onto the book of Obadiah because I was still holding it. Okay. Now we can carry on a little bit and come back onto the book of Malachi. Okay. So it says here, back in the book of Obadiah. All right. For the day of the Lord is upon all the heathens. Okay, so let's, that's what we've been reading out here. All right, the day that shall burn as an oven. Okay, let's go back onto go back onto Malachi now and get the understanding, right? Because there's more points to be brought out here within the book of Obadiah, right? So it says, hey, the day that the Lord shall come upon all the heathen, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. So he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Okay, for as ye have drank upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathens drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they have never been. So when this man is destroyed, okay, going back onto the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, when this man is destroyed, okay, ain't nobody gonna be. They're gonna be like, look, I can't believe that base creature, that was the people that was in rulership, but that's enough on the surety. Okay, Isaiah, the 14th chapter. In the 17th verse. Okay, it says, they that see thee shall not really look upon thee and consider, is this the man that made the whole earth to tremble and did shake nations? And how did he shake nations? With them ICBM nuclear missiles. But also, we just read in the scriptures, as thou hast done, so shall it be done unto thee, man. Okay, let's see how much time is on the clock. Okay. So half an hour. Okay. So as thou hast done, so as shall it be done unto thee. Okay. So that's what's gonna come upon this man. Okay. So you got a lot of people, man. They think Esau is gonna get away with it. He's gonna get away with with the atrocities that he's done unto these different people, man. So I'm gonna take a drink of water. Okay. So bear with me, Salak. Okay, so you got a lot of people that think that Esau's just gonna get away with the things he's done, but the Lord's gonna rain upon him the judgment within the scriptures, man. Okay, the Lord's gonna rain upon him the judgment that is written forth. Okay, and he's not gonna get away with that. Okay, so
Amen.
you don't even know what I'm talking about. You don't even know what I'm talking about. No, I'm not talking about Jesus.
Okay.
Ultimately, I am, but that's not Jesus. There's no Jesus within this Bible, you know. Okay, of which, you know, that goes to show you a lot of people's ignorance. You know, they see you, the scriptures, and oh, that's talking about Jesus, and they just go all about their business, because as far as they're concerned, the world that they exist in is not going to fade away. Okay, we just read that within the, you know, I didn't get to read that, but ultimately they think their continuing thought is that their kingdom shall go on forever. Okay, so the world that they're existing, they can't be nothing that's going to rise up against that. Okay, there's not going to be anything that's going to rise up against the ideas of that society. Okay, right, but ultimately their whole society has been built up on lies. Okay, they perpetuate lies. They say, look, the people, the scriptures, that's they're actually these people. Okay, so they perpetuate these ideas, these philosophies, these lies. Okay, right, to hinder the people from the understanding of the scriptures, but more specifically to stop the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans from knowing their true heritage. And we have seen the purpose of them knowing their true heritage, because in knowing their true heritage, they return unto their power, and you got order restored unto the earth. But see, I say order return unto the earth for one specific purpose. As far as her thinking is concerned, order restored unto the earth is just how we're living right now. She goes to a little job, okay, all right. She does all kind of wickedness. Okay, the husband does all kind of wickedness. They don't really care. They don't care about Jake. Okay, see, it's all good. It's all love. God is all love. Right up until you discuss what's going out there within the Negro, Hispanic, Native American communities, man. Okay, and then they come with a thing of, oh, well, they gotta get educated. Well, hold on a minute. You're the one who wasn't. In the first instance, Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans were even allowed to read the scriptures, man. They weren't allowed to read. Okay, so you're talking about, look, you gotta catch up. But really, with Esau, it's a thing of changing. Once you start catching up, they start changing the game, man. Okay? Once you start catching up to Esau, they start changing the game, man. And that's the reality of the society that we live in. That's why the Lord's going to come back, and he's going to raise his people up. And the real Jesus, Yahweh Shai, she ain't going to be able to stand forth in that day, man. Okay? She's going to bow and scrape, man. Right, wash the floors, wash the deck, that she should be doing. When order return back onto this earth. But like I said, as far as she's concerned, there's nothing that's gonna come up and stand against all that. You know, it's all good and love as long as nothing's standing up against the ideas that she believes in, man. And the ideas that she believes in is you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, you're beneath her. Okay, you're beneath her, and you have the right to be a slave. That's what she believes. Ultimately, that's what it believes, because when you talking about the scripture of the people of the scriptures or people of color, that woman's gonna go off. Okay, she's gonna go off. She's gonna go crazy. Okay, she's gonna look at you like you just spat on a baby or something, man. Okay, because that's the ideology. Okay, that's out here. That's why you got it to where when you see these different movies. Okay, what do you have? You always have a stereo. Hey, Michael Bay is a great example of that. You always have a stereotypical black woman in there. Okay, how you doing, man? Okay, you always have that. Okay, you always that's what the imagery that Esau pushes for. So when you watch their movies, you see a fat, nasty black woman. Okay, all right. But when you see the end of it, you gotta eat them all looking all good and all of that. Okay. So when they see you, they automatically go to the programming that Esau's pushed forth out there, that they are above you. Okay, which the scripture is so contrary to that, but the scripture also says, because you got guys that get proud about it, oh, we're proud of you and this, that, and the third. And yes, we are, but ultimately, we're in our lowest state right now. Okay, right. So in so being above them, we actually went off so far on the law, scriptures, laws, statutes, commandments, and the Most High that we're actually we're actually beneath them right now. We're beneath the heels of our enemies right now, and we want to be returned back onto the position where we was in the former age, when we was above these heathen nations, where it is said within the scriptures, okay, how that these nations are going to come down bowing to us. That's what it means to be blessed. You're going to have it to where people going to bow down to you. That's what it means to be blessed. Okay, now let's get back onto the scriptures here within the book of Obadiah. Okay, it says here, and I wanted to reach a certain point and then call it quits on that topic. But I really, I really spent, pretty much the whole camp was on this one topic. So the Spirit must have wanted to go out. So I touched on one little other topic after for 5-10 minutes or so, and then that'll be that. So it says here, the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Israel, I'm reading too fast here. It says, for as ye have drunken upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathens drink, and they shall swallow down, as they shall be, and they shall be as though they have not been. That was in the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter. Okay, so it says there, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and they shall be for a holiness, and the house of Jacob shall be shall possess their possessions. So Esau's possessions, we're gonna take them, man. Okay, all right. It says in the house of Jacob, right? In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph shall be a flame. Right, and the house of Esau shall be for stubble, and they shall kindle in them, and they shall devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken. Okay, so that concludes the topic of Edomite pride at its height, which we know the end of Edomite pride is going to be as what the scripture has just told us right there. Okay, and they're going to be completely wiped off the face of the earth. I mean, you're going to be remembering no Edomites in that time. So I'm going to switch gears right now. And going to a different topic, okay? I'm going to a different topic right now, and this is dealing with the fact that the Most High is dealing with in the elect, because there's a misconception that you got out there, okay? They call, you got amongst the Edomites, amongst the journalists, and so on and so forth. They know this movement of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai as a so-called Black Hebrew Israelite movement, but that's not what it is. Okay, this is the word of the Lord, man. This is the Israelite movement. Okay, all right. This ain't a thing of being black, Hispanic, or Native Americans. This is about the Israelites, which are dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm gonna start first and foremost by proving that we haven't actually gone to the scripture just yet, but I have quoted it a few times today. Okay, so this is the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and the 64th verse. I think I have read it. So it says, "And the Lord shall scatter thee amongst the people from one end of the earth even unto another, and you shall serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known." So the Lord, part of the curses that were gone before that befell the Israelites, okay, was that they was going to be distributed throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, and when you look at it from a historical point of view, from a historical perspective, okay, when the Assyrians, okay, took over the what was known as the Kingdom of Israel at the time, okay, because after the Davidic rule, you had it to where the kingdom was split up, okay, between King Solomon's two sons, and you had it to where you had the house of Israel and you had the house of Judah, okay, and when the Assyrians, when they came into flourishing, right, under names like Tiglath-Pileser III, okay, Shalmaneser V, all them kind of names. When they came into fruition, okay, they had a gripe, so to speak, with the people of the Most High, because ultimately, when you look into the history, we was going off from the Lord's statute commandments of the Most High. Okay, so you had it to where all of these different nations were coming up. All right, but ultimately, what you had was a situation where Israel was completely off. Okay, and let's see that within the scriptures. This is going to be within the book of Hosea. Okay, Hosea. I think maybe the 5th chapter, but I'll see when I get to it. I'll see it. Okay. So you had it to where all of that wickedness that they were doing, the Most High had it to where the Assyrians came up against them. Okay, and distributed them. Okay, so they moved them from the house of Israel out there in Samaria to amongst the Assyrians. Okay, they intermingled with the Assyrians, but ultimately, when you read the book of 2nd Esdras, the vast majority of the house of Israel went out there into the Americas. Okay, but see, that was the first of the diaspora. Okay, so let's read this a little bit. Hosea 1:8. It says, when she was me, let's go to the point. The 9th verse, and says, "Then said the Most High, call him Lo Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sands of the sea, which cannot be measured for number." Okay, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it said unto thee, "Ye are not my people." So out there in America, you had it to where people said, "I ain't the people of the Lord, man." And them Mexicans ain't the people of the Lord. They say that. So ye are not my people, ye shall be the sons of the living power. Okay? And then shall the children of Judah and Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head. So this is talking about in the future how that Judah and Israel is going to come back together and they're going to appoint one head. Okay? And they shall come up out to the land and for great shall be the day of Jezreel. So when you go into the history, pretty much, man, you had it to where kingdom was split. Okay, you had two heads, a head over Israel, the house of Israel, and a head over the house of Judah. Okay, and the house of Judah, they maintained some form of righteousness for a period of time, right? But as we're gonna see within the scriptures, okay, under the Romans, under the Greco-Romans, you had it to where really prior to the Greco-Romans, in the time of the Babylonians, okay, pursuant to the book of Jeremiah, the 28th chapter, which I'm going to now, and then we go to the book of Maccabees, okay, they were going off, man. Okay, so they maintained some kind of righteousness through names like Hezekiah, okay, Josiah. There was righteous kings that were set up. All right, but there was also wicked kings after that, and then after Josiah, there was no righteous king after that, man. Okay, you had it to where the kings that were set up, they made the people to go off. And that's what we're gonna read about a little bit within the book of Jeremiah. I'll start in the first verse, but really in the first chapter. But really, I want the 28th chapter because that goes into the prophecies that it was that takes place. So. So Jeremiah 2:1 it says, "For moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, okay, go cry in the ears of Jerusalem,